Hi guys, welcome back to another fragrance video on my channel and thanks so much for tuning in again. Now in today's video I'm in my car obviously because I'm currently traveling, but I wanted to let you guys know nevertheless everything there is to know about my very own very first perfume that I'm launching this year. And I'm so excited guys because this is really a huge step in my YouTube career, launching my own fragrance, and it's going to be a very awesome fragrance as you will be able to see and hear from me in this video. So I hope that you guys will enjoy this, and if you like this video or if you have any questions, first of all leave a comment, and if you like this video leave me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, by the way, please subscribe. The button is just below this video. So first of all, I'm launching my own fragrance. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Although my subscriber count on this channel isn't like super big. In Germany, I have a comparatively big YouTube channel with around 36,000 subscribers, which is in Germany for a niche channel quite a big number. However, I always had the dream of publishing my own perfume, but I was always doubting myself because I didn't really know if I would be able to sell it to many people. So at the beginning of this year, I was giving this really some thought because I really wanted to try it, and I was like, well, why don't I try to do a very, very small batch with a local perfumer in Germany? So I was looking around and one thing led to the other. So I found a local perfumer who agreed to produce 150 to 200 perfumes with me in a very niche quality and very high quality ingredients. And he basically agreed to do the whole thing, you know, like doing the perfume itself, so the DNA, doing the oils, doing the distillation, or not the distillation, but doing like the whole filling into the bottles thing. Maceration process, producing, packaging and stuff. So he agreed to do everything by himself. And the actual launch date should have been my birthday at the beginning of August. However, as you guys can imagine, this didn't work out so well because the guy was basically full of shit, as you would say, and he decided to quit on me after I had approximately sold 200 bottles on my German channel, because I did a private pre-launch that was already agreed on, and that happened in May. So when I sold like 200 bottles, he got all crazy, wanted more money, and decided to dump me. So that's why I didn't release in August, and that's kind of the story of this fragrance as well, because then things really got crazy because my new perfumer is quite a big name in the fragrance industry, because it's Chris Maurice, or Christian Carbonell, as you might remember the guy. He goes by two different names and he has done a ton of fragrances for Serjoff. So Alexandria 2 by Serjoff, Erba Pura by Serjoff. He has done Nefs by Nishane and a whole lot of other different fragrances. You can look him up in Fragrantica if you want. So he kind of got into the game, and although I had to do the whole packaging and filling the bottles thing by myself, or look for someone that did it for me, because Chris doesn't do that, he luckily agreed to be my perfumer on this fragrance. And so I'm releasing my fragrance a little bit later this year, but I'm actually releasing it with a big name in the fragrance industry. So that's kind of like the whole story, how this got to happen. And I'm super excited because we are almost launching this fragrance. And so I really wanted to tell you guys also about this. Of course, now the question is, what's the fragrance DNA? What's it going to be like? What's the smell going to be like? And I can tell you guys that since I'm a huge Oriental fan, I'm a huge oud lover, so a lover of the fragrance ingredient oud, I was always planning on doing an oud fragrance as a first release, and we agreed to do an oud, cardamom and rose fragrance in the first place. So we have a lot of cardamom, we have a lot of oud, and we also have a lot of tonka bean to smoothen things out a little bit. We have, I believe, also some ambergris and some animalic notes in it. So it's going to be like super opulent and strong and very, very complex to the nose. And it's going to contain a load of oud. So that's like the basic thing. So it is going to be a fragrance that works with natural oud. Therefore, it's going to be in a little bit of a high price range, but hopefully affordable enough to for people to buy it. as it's already happened in the pre-launch, but whatever. That's about the basic DNA, and I think that this is going to be a very nice one because it isn't too animalic, but it contains a lot of oud, so you will be able to notice a very strong resinous and also balsamic kind of fragrance note there. And then it's combined with a relatively sweet tonka bean that gives you kind of a cherry vibe to it, and also cardamom, very much of cardamom, and a very beautiful rose. So it started off with cardamom, tonka bean, and oud, and then it develops into a rose cardamom oud fragrance. So really nice and smooth scent transition. So that's about the basic DNA. Now about the name. The name is going to be called Oud 31. There is 3 different reasons why. First of all, we wanted to call the initial fragrance, so the fragrance that was developed by the beginning of this year, we wanted to call it Oud Rush because of my personal love for oud, and that it's been like a gold rush kind of thing in the past years in the fragrance industry. However, some random hole decided to register a trademark on this name because I had told people about it way too early. And funnily enough, a few days before things got nasty with my old Perfumer, somebody registered a trademark for this name, so I was not able to use it anymore. I mean, we developed the DNA completely new, so there is no real reason to use this old name, but then we decided for a new name. There is a saying in Germany which is called 31er Aktion, so it's kind of what would be the translation, kind of a 31 type kind of thing. I don't really know, man. I really don't. But what it means is that if somebody takes advantage of you and somebody tries to rip you off, that's called a 31. You know, I think that's also a nice twist because it's kind of like make your mess your message. So that's the story about the name and about the fragrance DNA. And now the question is, if you want to buy it, how can you buy it? Well, unfortunately, there is no real solution in my online shop yet for an international shipping. However, if you do want to get your hands on this fragrance, please note that I'm not selling any samples, so you will only be able to get the full bottle. You can just write me an email. The address is just below in the info box. So if you want to get your hands on this fragrance and you want to order it, you can absolutely do so. Please note that this goes for a retail price of 370 euros per 50 milliliters, and you will be able to get a discount starting from November 4th, because that's going to be the pre-order phase of around 70 euros. So the fragrance is going to be sold for 297 during the pre-order phase, and after that it's going to go to 370 euros per 50 ml, which is about the price of a Serge of Homme fragrance. So I personally think that you are going to be able to get a lot of quality for the price that you pay, and also of course since it's a relatively new brand and it's also quite small, that's also something that you would want to be looking for because it's going to be an absolutely unique fragrance and you're not going to smell it anywhere else. So if you are interested in this, I don't really know how many people will be interested in this. We have sold a couple of fragrances already to the German crowd, so there's a lot that's already been sold from the initial production batch. So if you're interested, as I said, please just shoot me an email. However, guys, that's about it with my video. I think that this is the most awesome thing that has happened to me this year. It was a real struggle, as you can imagine, switching the Perfumer, being left with essentially nothing, because, I mean, we had a contract, but he basically said, you, I'm not going to honor the contract. So I was basically left with the choice of just starting over completely new or suing him, which would have taken, I don't know, like 1 or 2 years and would have delayed the production of the fragrance significantly. So yeah, that's been a real hassle this year, and I'm super happy that it's finally launching, and I think it's turned out to be an awesome fragrance. So that's about it for this video, guys. I am excited for your comments. Please leave your comments in the comment section down below. I'm really excited to see what you're going to say about this, because you're like the international crowd and I don't really know what you think of this. But that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye bye.